All right, so let's talk about launching in home. So, doing an in home demo is a great way to kick off your business. And I did not have an in home demo to launch my business because I was like, oh, I'm just selling on Facebook. I'm just doing this casually. It's not a real business. And then I started onboarding people who wanted to do in home parties. And, we were realizing that that was a great idea. And I love them. They're a lot of fun and they're a really good way to kick off your business. So to set up an in-home demo, like keep it simple. Don't drive yourself crazy over this. It does not have to be anything huge, but the real issue is just getting people there. Once you get people there, they are going to love LipSense and they're going to buy it from you. So the first thing I would do is like make up a short list of people that you just cannot imagine having this party without them. For me, my mom and my sister. I am not having a party my mom and my sister can't come to. So I'm going to reach out to them and ask them about their schedule before I pick a date. And if you've got like your very best girlfriends, like check in with your very best girlfriends. Think of who are the people who are definitely going to support your business and check their schedule first before you set a date, because what you don't want to do is send out an invitation and realize half of the people you really want there can't make it. That sucks. So just go ahead, know who your shortlist is, make sure you've got a date that works for them, and then because you've consulted with them, they're going to make it a point to be there. Now, the next thing is there's some math. Now, if you want 3 to 5 people to attend your demo, and you don't want it to be huge, I mean, you don't necessarily want like 50 people there. That's going to be kind of difficult and a little unruly. Is if you invite 15 people, about half of those are going to RSVP yes, and then about half of the people who RSVP are going to actually show up. So I want to tell you that math because the first time that happened to me, it hurt my feelings. I was like, it was a distributor event. I had invited some girls in my downlines to go to dinner after a training event. 20 people said they were going to come, 10 people showed up, and I was so embarrassed. I was sitting at this huge table, half of it was empty, and I was like, I feel like a loser. This is awful. But it was funny because at that same exact training event, Leslie Boyd Bradley had walked through the math with us. And the math is half of the people who RSVP are going to show up because they have lives, things happen, people have kids. And I don't know about y'all, but I have on occasion said I was going to do something and woke up that day and didn't feel it. And I'm like, oh, my kid is sick or whatever. Like it happens, right? It happens to everybody. So don't feel bad. Don't get your feelings hurt. Just understand the math, because if you want 3 to 5 people to join, to come, you can't just invite 3 to 5 people. You really need to invite more, like 15, and then like maybe 7 or 8 of them are going to say they're going to come, and then maybe like 4 or 5 of them are actually going to make it. So just be aware of that. Invitations. Invite them on Facebook, make an event, call them up, text them, like do all of those things because you really want them to be emotionally committed, because like I said, you'll have a little bit of ratio than the people who with the half of the RSVPs that show up. So you want to get them sticky. If you just add them to a Facebook event and never say another word about it, they're not going to feel like this is a big deal, and they may or may not show up. And when they wake up that day not feeling it, they're going to stay home, as opposed to it's like, oh God, I don't want to go to this today, but I told Kristen I would. She just confirmed with me yesterday. Fine, I'll go put my makeup on. And then they're going to end up having a great time. That's what always happens to me, by the way, is I decide I'm not going to do something or I don't want to. I force myself to go and I'm like, man, I'm glad I went. It is who I am. All right. So keep it super simple. You do not have to have a lot of decor. You don't have to have a lot of fancy food. You don't need to spend a lot of money. Just keep it simple for 2 reasons. One, don't stress yourself out. I mean, you don't have to like hire a maid to come clean your house and make it perfect. They're your friends and family. It's fine. But then the other half of it is you want people to also sign up underneath you. And if they feel like they have to spend $300 on a launch party with a custom made cake and caterer, well, you're probably not going to get that for $300 anyways. But anyways, like if they feel like they have to spend a lot of money to launch their party, they're not going to sign up because that's just not duplicatable. So keep it simple, like keep it, easy, lips, chips, and dips. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be crazy. But definitely make sure that it sounds like fun. Like when I do an invitation, I'm like, ladies, I've got a case of wine. We're going to come over. And I seriously bought like a case of wine from like wineclub.com for $90. And it's the cheapest wine. Nobody cares. Just show up with your cheap wine. Show them about the lips and they will love it. It does not have to be an expensive thing. So the next thing is what to have when you have your party. So have some stock to sell. That is really plan A here. Plan A is to have stock to sell. And placing an order, having stock in hand, they will buy it. They will buy more if you have stock on hand, more people will buy if you have stock on hand because they don't need to go home and think about anything. They just need to take it home with them right then. And then you can turn around and take those profits and buy more stuff. So I really do recommend having some stock on hand to sell. If you cannot, you need some testers. I mean, they're really going to have to like at least be able to put a color on the back of their hand, maybe try one on their lips, but they're going to have something to kind of touch and something that's tangible at your party. If you don't have testers yet, contact your sponsor. Be aware that you may have different testers than you have stock that's available that day, so it starts to get a little complicated. So really aiming to have that stock in hand. Or if your sponsor has stock that you can borrow for a launch party, that's good too. But try to have some stock. If not, have some testers. Definitely only share colors that are available to order. Like, I don't want to let somebody play with my tester of Roseberry if Roseberry isn't available to buy right now. And I want to make sure that I have colors that are available to them that's like a little challenging. You need disposable wands. You need oops or foops removers. And people, if they put it on the back of their hands, they want to take it off before they go to their next thing. So have some foops and some cotton pads. And have glossy samples, because if you have a party like say around brunch time or a lip and sip and they leave, their lips are going to feel dry if they don't have glossy, a few hours later. So send glossy samples with them so that way they can, continue to really enjoy their lip scents. Have mirrors. If you're going to let them try it on their face, they're going to need some mirrors. And you're going to want to have some cheap prizes for a game or two. So the party flow is they show up, we're welcoming, we're mingling, we're having a little wine, we're catching up. And then you're like, hey girls, I have a really fun game. Here, have a seat. Here's the instructions for the game. It could be something simple. It can be the purse game where you have to get points for these different items that are in their purses. And then the people with the most points and the people with the least points get a little prize. Like cheap. And it doesn't even have to be product. Like, I don't give away our product. I give away other things. I want them to buy product from me. If I give them a starter collection, they're not going to buy a starter collection. If I give them a bottle of wine that they won, they're still going to buy a starter collection from me. So I don't give away product. So you're going to do an easy game, and then you're going to sit them down and do a demo. Now, there's this cute little acronym that Jenny and Melissa, the dynamic duo, Jenny's the selfie queen, and Melissa's just dynamic. And they have this thing called SEAT. It is, it's sold as a set. There's an exfoliation process, how to apply it, and the tingling sensation. And you just really need to remember those 4 things when you're doing a demo. So, sold as a set, exfoliation, application process, tingle, and just make sure your customers know all 4 of those things about their product before they get up from your table. I actually like to go with naked lips to my demo. I like to demo it live and then rub my fingers across it and show them how amazing that it is. And then I like to show them how the glossy sinks in. So I show them how it looks, and then I show them if they like it to not look glossy, they can rub it in a little bit, and then I show them what it looks like 30 minutes later, and then my mouth is still comfortable and it's not shiny and whatever. So I like to apply it live, and then I like to invite them over like 1 or 2 at a time to mess with testers and trying it on their lips. I don't want to have like 5 ladies all at once grabbing things and doing things. And that's a really, really good point, is only have your testers available for them to touch and hold. If you have your stock out, somebody's going to open it and open one of your stock to sell. Don't let them touch your stock. Put it over here, keep it in a box, have it on a table set aside, and you are the only one that touches your stock, because inevitably somebody will crack one open. So only allow them access to testers. And then after you have helped them find your colors, then you're going to talk to every single person about taking orders. When you're doing your demo, it's great to go ahead and plant a seed and say, okay, we're going to find the colors that you have in mind, and then you can either just choose to buy at retail from me today. You can choose to set up a party, and then you can get some free product and some discounts, or you can decide to sign up to be a distributor as well. Just so you know, you have all those options, and you can buy it wholesale if you sign up to be a distributor. And then when you sit down and you're like, hey girl, I love that apple cider collection that you picked out. Do you want to pay retail for it today? It's $55 plus tax. Or I can give you the lip color for free if you sign up to do a party with me. Or you can sign up to be a distributor and you can buy that same set wholesale. Or I will let you take that sale. Well, you can sign up now. You can take that set home with you, and you can replace it for me when you place your order. So there's a few different options, and then that way you offer everybody the percentage choice. And that way you're working towards building out your parties, building your team, because your goal isn't really just to have a great party and sell product. Your goal is also to book out your next party and be ready to also to start sponsoring people and bringing them onto your team. So the last thing that's really important for your in-home demo and for any demo and for any sale you make is follow-up. Contact every single person who bought from you. Make sure they love it. Walk through any application issues that they're having. Help them troubleshoot if they have them. Offer them more colors. And then you offer them the percentage choice again. Like, I'm so glad you love it. There's like 5 colors you want. How about we get you signed up? So like keep following up with them. Follow up with people who didn't buy. Hey girl, I know that you loved it. You were waiting for your paycheck to come in. I have that pink champagne in stock that you were interested in. Do you want me to send it to you? Are you ready? And keep following up with those people, because honestly, it happens all the time. They want to purchase. They forgot their wallet. They need to wait till their next paycheck. Follow up with them. They're going to forget. And they don't find that annoying. Generally, I just find that good customer service, because they probably did actually want it. And if they don't, they're just probably going to push you off again. No big deal. It's really like no or no thank you or not now is really not a problem. Like, you don't need to feel personally bad about that. So that is how I launch in home. Again, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I would not do anything crazy. Again, like I said, you want it to be duplicatable. As long as you have a little bit of product for them to play with and a smile on your face, it's going to go well and you're going to enjoy it. So have a great in-home demo and do it. Don't be like, I'll do it later, or I don't really want to do that. I'm a Facebook person. Do your in-home demo. You will not regret it. All right, I'm going to tell you how to launch on Facebook next.